Welcome everyone to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and this is the live stream. And I am with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Greetings all.
What's up, Connor?
Hello.
What's up, Beef?
I'm streaming like a salmon.
What's up, Philip?
Good morning, one and all.
All right, Philip. So tomorrow is the Fugitive of the Jadoo.
Aye.
We got some pictures. I showed it on the last stream. I think you saw. And we're hearing a lot of rumblings that stuff may or may not happen in this episode.
Correct.
What is your take on what exactly is going to happen?
I don't know because, like you said, there's so many different tendrils to what people think going to go on. You don't know which one's the real thing or not. So what do we know?
Let's go through what people think it's going to be. Let's start with what people think it's going to be.
Okay. So what do we know? The basis is the Jadoon are after a captive that's got loose, but the point is, it's about what Ruth, her name is, but she's not. It's not her on her own. She has a male companion with her.
A significant other, yeah.
Yeah, the significant other. Which doesn't scream to me Time Lord situation, unless she's one of those Time Lords who's got an essence in her foot watch, and she doesn't know who she is.
Was that the thing where the thing came down in the TARDIS? So it looked like that they were showing like a scene for the trailer, like what some type of device.
The chameleon arch you're talking about. You know, I never even thought of that. That's a good point.
I think the interesting character really is, and the one that, because we know that there's a returning character. BBC America sort of gave the game away with that. Is maybe not Ruth. It's that other character, you know, the one in the photos with the big gun, and she's got the strange headgear and the outfit on.
Who's that?
Who was that?
Did you not see she looks kind of Asian descent.
I see you mean the woman.
Yeah, she looks like a more modern day Valyard sort of.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh,
if you go on BBC America's promo photos or whatever,
you'll see her there.
You'll see a picture of a woman with a big gun.
Yeah, she's the most interesting character to come out.
Oh, okay.
If you want to do episode. If you want to do episode specific, I think the only thing that is interesting to me is that Neil Stoops' character says to Ruth, "You don't remember." So whether it's a case of that
her essence. She's. That's what it
now
looks like.
Could she be the Ronnie?
Yeah.
No.
Go on, babe. You can do this one.
Who owns the Ronnie?
Pippin Jane Baker.
Yeah.
But they mentioned like the Valyard and the
that was another time though, Joe. That's another time and a different production.
So in other words, they didn't get permission from them to use the Ronnie.
Well, who knows? To be honest.
Right. I will refer you to a very famous now television program with a very young Chris Chibnall addressing his concerns about how Doctor Who is made and produced to the current show writers, Pip and Jane Baker.
That's not gonna happen.
Who was the Inquisitor at that point in time?
Right, so that they can be like F off to Chip.
Yeah. If you were the Ronnie,
right.
You can crawl over hot coals with it, and drag razor blades over your scrotum through vinegar, and you ain't gonna have the Ronnie.
When you look at that photo, right?
She looks like Tasha Lim.
Yeah, the girl looks kind of Asian anyway, and to be honest, Rani is an Asian name for queen, isn't it? So
you could have anyone you want.
You could.
It's not gonna be the Ronnie.
Everyone looked at Tasha Lem when it was a Matt Smith thing, and she was what's it called?
The
Majestic or whatever.
Time of the Doctor. Okay.
Yeah, it was
So it's they can't make Ruth Rassilon, right?
Um,
I mean, the men could become women. Well.
They could, but then how?
I mean, is she anybody we know?
How much time are you going to spend explaining it to a kid that has only started watching Doctor Who this season or last season what Rassilon is?
Yeah.
Or who Rassilon is? And this is the thing that I tend to think of. It's how is it going to be for someone who's never watched a Doctor Who episode in their life? Do you really need to get them bogged down? Because if you are going to have a returning character where there is a history, you've got to explain that shit.
Right, you do have to explain it. I agree.
Yeah.
So do you want to spend a lot of time doing that and saying, oh, well, this is the Rani. Oh, you know the Rani. Who? Who's the Rani?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we met her back in the 80s.
Half us kids weren't born or watching Doctor Who back in the 80s.
And she dressed up as Bonnie Langford for a time and did a silly voice.
Who?
Exactly. So it's not going to be the.
And how much can you put into a 46-minute episode?
Yeah.
To deal with that?
The Rassilon. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. We'll give you the Crib Notes version of this. He was a man. He was a bit grumpy. Sometimes he was that guy out of Flash Gordon and James Bond, but we don't talk about that either. Sometimes he might have been Ken Bones, and it's just like, we don't really need to be doing Rassilon either. Okay. It's the case. It's going to be something else.
Something new?
Yeah. Do to one something new.
No, I don't think it'll be something new because it's returning. That was the wording that BBC America used. And
yeah, returning.
The thing is that's swaying people towards Time Lord.
It's an easy go.
Is that there was the
but there was that photo.
There was a leaked set photo about a year ago.
What the like a console something, yeah.
Yeah, and on the script it said Ruth's TARDIS.
Yeah.
Yvette, do you think Ruth is a Time Lord or no tomorrow?
I haven't got a clue, to be honest, Joe. I've gone through every incarnation of your thoughts and everyone else's. I think we've just got to wait and see.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was one thing that someone said.
She said hi to everybody.
Hello, Yvette.
Oh, hi. There was one that said that it could be a future Jodie doctor, a future doctor in Jodie's time.
Was this me a couple of hours ago?
Yeah, but it could be a future.
Wouldn't that be a great fake out?
I mean, it's been done before, almost. Next Doctor, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know what's weird? It's
with this whole regeneration crap that we don't want to see. It's he's too dumb to make it the Rani, which would be really cool.
It can't be the Rani.
No, it can't because he's an idiot and there's as well.
That's how you really feel.
Yeah, why not?
Yvette, I like you. You're a lady of conviction.
You've not seen any of my shows, have you?
No, they haven't.
But I will tell you what, I will watch them till the cows come home. But like I said to the guys before, the chaps before you showed up, who owns the Rani?
Yeah, I'm not sure who actually owns it. But
Pip and Jane Baker. Who did Chris Chibnall very famously lambast on a TV show in the 80s?
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, his chances are between no way and highway.
Oh, so man. Basically what you're saying is Snowball has a better chance in hell than Chibnall getting the Rani.
Yeah.
It'll be Mickey Smith then, or even Martha then.
But there's people like John Barrowman retweeting that tweet and then putting their name.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Wow. John Barrowman loves a bait. He really does.
Yeah, John Barrowman will turn up and visit people, and this is my concern about this rumor because
he showed up. I know that.
I know through certain people I know that he will literally say, "I will be in this. I'll be in that." He's been on stage at a supernatural convention I've been at, say, I would love to be in the musical episode in their last season. There's no musical episode, by the way. Supernatural is far better than that. But you know, he will.
He loves a bite.
He will say anything to try and get attention. So.
Oh yeah.
Clickbait.
He's well known for that.
Yeah.
I mean, they did name drop Torchwood and Spot. You know,
John Barrowman's an attention queen, for want of a better description.
Right.
Yeah.
I've got a better saying for that, but not on air.
Is there a W in it?
Joe knows what it is.
All right, so John Barrowman may not be in this either.
I think
I don't know.
Could it just be the Sea Devils or no?
Should we say 98%? Yeah.
There was of course.
But you never know. We don't know. Chibnall, we cannot predict. In previous Doctor Who reviews, it was easier because the showrunners had some sort of brain in their head. Chibnall just doesn't react like a normal human being. So we can't even predict what's going on now.
Right.
When I cast my mind back to the start of the Gloucester filming, which is primarily like this episode, I remember there was one particular sort of point where someone tweeted out, and this is not yet been confirmed whether it's a troll or real, that a crew member actually told this person that turned up to filming that Billy Piper was going to be there on the Monday. And this was at the time that she had a major announcement, which turned out not to be Doctor Who related, despite all of this like rampant fan rumor about it. But there was that one tweet that said that a crew member had told this person that Billy Piper was going to.
Why wouldn't they just lie though? Just to, like screw around with people.
Why not? That's the name of the game, really.
Why don't they just lie? Just to like, oh my God, to send them off in a different direction, different tangent.
Billy used that hype particularly cleverly.
Of course.
To get her own agenda across and made it think like she was going to be in Doctor Who. I knew she wasn't. I definitely knew she wasn't going to be in it, but that's another story. But the way she did it, very clever. And it certainly got a good rumour running around, but it's exactly as I expected.
I guess if she can milk it, she can milk it. Why not? She could use that to boost her own thing. Who cares? She throws a little rose emoji,
to be honest with you, at the time she was promoting the stuff which was going to be her own charity thing.
That's right.
Fantastic Beasts. Was it was it something Beast? That film that she
the Harry Potter spinoff.
No. She'd done her own film basically that they premiered October last year, which was a directorial debut as a movie. But yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I to be honest with you, when they say, "Oh, it's going to be a returning character," it's probably going to be a secondary returning character. How can the returning character just not be the Jadoon? To be honest with you, I know it's on screen, but it's hey, guess what?
Could it be the Sea Devils or no?
No, they're in the next one.
They are coming back for real.
Well, that's still the point of like contention with this series.
I've seen the episode list, and there's some dodgy. One they did like a Wikipedia one where everyone could add their information, and some of it's been spot on, but others have been no.
Is he just going through like David Tennant episode lists and just like doing? All right, we're doing Smith and Jones. All right, we're doing Utopia, Sound the Drums lessons. Like it just seems to me that he's just.
We think he's obsessed with David Tennant because we pulled up so many copies from the David Tennant era.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of repurposing going on.
A little bit, Dave? A little bit?
Wow. Well,
wow.
Unless you want to cut Curse of the Fatal Death for Spyfall Part 2.
Right.
It's still Moffat, but it's not Tennant.
Is that fan service or is that the finger? It's like Was he giving mouth at the finger, or was that like a fan service thing?
Look, I mean,
no. To be honest with you, there's so much RTD. It was like trying to retcon the Stephen Mock theory.
I've been looking through IMBD, and IMBD hasn't.
Yeah, well, we can't go by that, though.
Now on top of all this Sea Devil stuff as well, and Judoon and returning characters, there's now also the possibility in episode 7, which we've just literally got information about, that it could be the Black and White Guardian.
Yes.
Again.
That looks a bit...
Who has the rights to that?
I've not got the brains to come up with that.
How's he going to explain that if you can't explain?
Again, exactly. You've got base. I tend to step back and say, right, okay, yeah. The idea of the Chibnall era is this is entry level Doctor Who. You could have jumped on then. You could have jumped on this season. So how the hell do you explain? Or the Rani, or how do you explain the Black Guardian or the White Guardian to someone who has never watched anything else from Doctor Who before this?
I think what they've been doing for the last couple of weeks, exposition. Just do that.
Yeah,
I mean, they did the Master.
But they struggled to do that fucking effectively, mate.
I mean, they did the Master pretty good.
And they brought back the tissue compression eliminator, which
without any explanation.
They struggle to explain anything effectively. Yeah, the Master is a different thing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because he's always been there, and he's been in New Who. So it's nothing that
so he's easy to explain.
Not being funny. And like I said to you earlier this week, Phil, is that if you are going to have a character of returning significance for not necessarily a new viewer, but the dyed-in-the-wool guys and ladies who have been there for however many years, it needs to be an actor of metal, of well-respected or well-known.
Yeah, but in that case, that would mean that the window you have is only New Who window.
Yeah.
So anybody you can't go any further back than that, if that's what you're saying.
All right, let's just say, okay, Beef. Let's just say we're bringing back.
What I would say is, right, the guy that you see show up in that in that is the same guy who was the voice of the Remnants in.
Ian Gilder. Ian Gilder's character.
But let's just say he's the Black Guardian, right?
Yeah.
And you have like a minute or two to explain in dialogue from Jodie to the companions who the hell that is. How do you explain that also to the viewers too that have no idea who the Black Guardian is? In like a minute or two, like
you don't because no, it's not, because the only reference you've given is I'm a Time Lord from the planet Gallifrey. You've got no idea of they've got no idea of how the basis of regenerations work. You've got no idea of basically Time Lords. It's a case of you come from this planet, they come from this planet. That's it. They're aliens. She
can simply say about the Black and White Guardian, they are beings that exist outside of time and space.
Bingo.
That's pretty much what he probably will do.
Yeah, which don't mean shit. So what's the point in actually attributing to that? Just make them a new fucking character.
Again, I'm just going to say for reality here, Chips has not got the brains to bring him back.
So this might be a tease. All these things about these people coming back might be a tease.
It's fan expectation about what is actually going to happen, and what it is they'll have expectation, but it ain't going to be what it's going to be. It's just going to be something.
I think so.
And not being funny. People are just going to say, "Well, I thought it was going to be the Black Guardian." Well, guess what? It fucking weren't going to be, because if you sit back and you actually think about it, it's not really going to be. It's just going to be,
So is he doing this for ratings?
It's the Kablam milkman.
Is he doing this? Is he doing this? And they have this marketing campaign where they're like, "Oh, you won't believe if you thought Spyfall ending was." Are they all doing this just to get the views, the ratings? Like they're just doing like, "Oh."
Yeah, that's the problem with BBC America's little typescription when they do that sort of thing. Because last time they said, "Oh, you don't want to miss the end of Order 55."
Right.
We get a fucking speech, and it's like, okay, well, thank you very much.
See, I don't count that as a speech at all. That was just talking. That's not a speech.
No, it wasn't a speech. It was a lecture.
Yeah.
Yvette, sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
No, it's okay. I just said it wasn't talking; it was preaching at us.
Yeah.
Right.
And to be honest with you, with the previous season, everything when they would interview Chibnall or anyone else in the press was, this is going to be epic. This is going to be epic, and everything like that. And that's sort of gone away. And the only people, promotion-wise, who were saying, you don't want to miss the end of this one. You don't want to see who's coming back now. And that, I'm sorry for you guys in the United States of the USA, that is yourselves at BBC America saying, you don't want to miss this because, naughty Americans, hydrocarbons. Single-use plastics.
He's absolutely right. The way they're promoting this time is wait to see who's coming back now, and then it's a bit of a
they're being as generic as possible.
Well,
it's more for America than it is the UK.
Yeah.
But why would you do it? Is that because they think the viewership is dropping off and they're going to try and
because
the viewership is dropping off?
It's just old school sensationalism.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like a headline. It's like a strapline. It's like a strapline from an article.
All right.
You've never had it so good.
So we could honestly say the ratings are probably going to be high, right, for the June one?
Because everybody's expecting
there's your return favorite.
I wouldn't count on it.
Two things. I want to see what the tomorrow. I want to see what the consolidated 7-day figures are for
Tesla.
Nicholas Tesla's Night of Terror, because they're what usually it's plus. I want to see if it's above 5 or below 5.
Right.
Below.
With regards to the overnights tomorrow, it will probably have a bump because people will see Judoon and its returning character that they associate with David Tennant when everyone liked Doctor Who and they had a fuzzy feeling about it. And that's what will probably happen with that.
And
we'll get
I think it's going to be hard.
The most is they're talking about, here you're getting a returning character, and they're only talking about the Judoon.
Yeah. I think it's going to be high. Higher maybe than Spyfall, I think.
No, not higher than Spyfall. No, it's not higher than Spyfall. It'll be higher than Orphan. Sorry, 55. it'll be higher than Nicholas Tesla's Night of Terror because that had a hangover from Orphan 55.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a case of the goodwill that you roll on.
But now Praxis is after this, right?
Yes.
Now is that going to be considered a downward spiral type of episode filler?
We don't know anything about that one, to be honest, so we can't really say that.
I haven't seen any releases about.
And then 7 is supposed to be something.
7 is the one with Ian Gilder and the Black and White Guardian picture that we pulled.
Well, we don't know if that's
allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Right.
Let's put that way.
And then we got, when is the Cyberman Mary Shelley?
Episode 8.
That's the big doubler, isn't it?
So the Cybermen, or a Cyberman, right, appear in 8, and then they appear in the finale, maybe, or no?
Well, that's what I mean.
More than one Cyberman. We saw a shot of about 3 or 4.
Because there was a whole troop in the last thing that we saw filming.
Yeah. So whether that singleized one with Mary Shelley dovetails into the double episode. Yeah.
There's two different types of Cybermen from filming. There's the rusty ones that we've seen already in the trailer,
right.
Which is who I believe is the Frankenstein one.
And then the ones you see the platoon of them.
Walking along after they've been shooting, holding bits and pieces of their armor, and they had like a red undercoat.
Yeah.
Right. So we got to the finale, and then we got the special, which the special was done already, and it had the Daleks.
Yeah, it's the Dalek invasion of Earth. So.
Yeah, the one that wasn't allowed to be released.
And then
nobody said
nothing was not allowed to be released. It's just a case of when you can have all these people at the same time and they're all under contract. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we heard that Haas and Cole and Amanda Gill have signed on for other series, other shows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Does this mean that they are gone or they're just busy?
I think they're
Pretty
gone.
much established they weren't coming back after 12.
They're not coming back. Is that a 100% certainty, though?
No, I can't be 100% certain on anything when it comes to Chibs. I can't predict him.
Because again, it's gonna be so late that they filmed Doctor Who. It's possible.
I'll tell you what I'll call it.
Sorry, it was common knowledge that the companions were going to 13.
Hell, I'll go be a companion.
Considering Series 13 won't be filmed until next summer.
No, I know.
Which
This
means their
summer.
contract might be over with.
I'm going to put my bits into the fire because I don't care. I've got no credibility left to lose. The thing is, that if you look at what it is, the casting wise with regards to Tosin, Ryan, it's hard because you get confused because he's a very forgettable character. The show that he's cast in is a courtroom drama and he's going to be basically the guy that is accused. So he's going to be there for every episode.
Yeah.
And not being, so with regards to if he's going to be there for every episode as a central character, he's going to be there filming for the whole lot. And not being just the filming, he's got to be there for the promotion of the show as well. Mm-hmm. So even if the production next year is not going to kick off till like late summer, early autumn, and you think before that they've got to do read-throughs, he ain't going to be there.
Okay. Bradley
Walsh is a busy son of a bitch. Not being funny. You can't turn on a TV and you can't get away from it.
He was filming his new show with his son when he broke his back.
Yeah, and the thing is that the fate of Ryan is tied in so tightly to the fate of Graham because with one you can't really have the other. There's no character development for them two without the other.
Yeah, there's pretty much coming on.
Yeah, I would rather it be a clean house and we do something brand new, because one thing that I've seen now that we're almost halfway through this year is that there are too many secondary characters. Yeah. And the same way as that we said that this was a problem last year.
Jodie needs them.
So hang on.
It does and it doesn't, and I'm not being a defender and everything like that, because that's not it. Because it's a case of until it happens, I don't know. But what it is that when you've got too many people there, you just can't make sense of it.
That's why I've said why the hell they don't do this little thing like, okay, you guys, they have them either at the beginning of the episode or the end of the episode. It doesn't matter. But they take 2 out of 3 of the companions, they travel with the Doctor, or 1 out of the 3 of the companions travel with the Doctor. You do that with every other episode. That way, everybody has their episode.
Too much chopping and changing and going back.
I know.
They miss it. Right. First of all, Serenga Conundrum should have been a companion-like episode. It should have been just a Doctor this time. That would have worked so much better. Spyfall would have been a more impactful opening if someone had died, and it would have been the prime time with the cliffhanger to get rid of someone, and it would have also given you an emotional connection to carry you through the season.
Yeah,
so they should have saved Spyfall for their series 13 ender, basically.
As I said, with the ratings with that cliffhanger with Spyfall, as I have pointed out several times, 800,000 people didn't give a shit whether anyone survived that plane crash.
Literally. They were hoping they all died in the crash.
Well, they didn't come back to find out. 800,000 people did not come back to find out. Now, to me, that's a more poignant way to look at the state of the ratings than just saying, well, 800,000 people did tune in. It was a bleeding cliffhanger. Okay, we always know the Doctor survived, but the 3 companions were on that aeroplane plunging to
Right.
their deaths, and
Yeah.
800,000 people couldn't be asked to find out if
Which-
they lived or died.
Was reminiscent of Utopia when the Doctor's talking to the Master and Captain Jack and like Martha Jones is screaming their head off. They're trying to hold the door closed.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then we get to the episode and think, oh, God, we've got to deal with this. Well, I went back and spoke
Oh,
to
wow.
the
And then we
architect
see the
and
episode
introduced
like we should have died in the crash.
the sofa of relative comfort. Yeah.
Yes.
The other
Villain
important The other important thing about this season is when they're going to start ramping up this timeless child thing, because I know they're going to stretch it over the next season, but they need to start peppering it a little bit more than what they, because when
Well, I
they
thought
finish
they were
with
going
this
to do
season
something
already.
in this episode. I thought they would.
Well, they're going to have to. They've got to. We're now halfway.
Well, Phil.
Yeah.
In what terminology do you mean?
Hold on, Scott.
How's Scott? I can't hear of it.
Sorry, I haven't got my. I'm speaking through my webcam.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You
Shout.
can talk to it. Yeah. You got the floor.
As I say with Chibs, again, unpredictable. I would. My only thoughts are the way he works with this timeless child thing is he'll drop a single line in and that'll be it again, and then we won't hear anything for a couple more episodes, and then it'll be another single line, trying to build suspense, but it's we're all like, we can't be asked with him doing this, so it's just, we couldn't care less at this point.
That's what I mean. That's a danger though, because you've got to keep you all on. He's got to get everybody in there, and if you can't do that, then it's all lost. It's just pointless to have it stretched
Phil,
out.
can I ask it a better question?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Obviously, because there's two schools of thought, and I know where I fall on this because I don't think it's this year. The timeless child thing. Obviously, you had the one lead in from episode 2 last year, and then it's a case of episode 2 this year. Do you think this is a payoff that is going to be this year, or do you think it's going to be a payoff with Gallifrey next year? So,
but the point is,
do you think people are going to get hyped up? People are getting hyped up for something that they think is going to come this year, but it's going to be next year instead.
Okay. Right. My personal thoughts on this would be, Chibs is an idiot, and he'll probably think this is dropping again some hints like he did in 11 briefly, dropping some hints again in 12. We know it's going to continue to 13. They've actually stated that. So he thinks that's enough to keep us hooked. So
not for me, isn't.
That would be, no, not me either, but you know, some of the fans out there, they may think, oh, we'll have to keep watching till 30. It's not enough. And yeah, I agree completely, and I have said this.
Yeah, no. I'm in agreement with you that I think that although it sounds predictable, and I hope it's not, because it's a show that we all have a passion about and a feeling about. But you can say, no, it's not going to be now. It's going to be basically what is going to be the outgoing of Jodie, the restoration of Gallifrey, forever cementing her as the one that saved all of Gallifrey and all of the Time Lord. And the first female Doctor is always going to be the one that has saved the day, and you will always have that brick in the wall that is Doctor Who.
Well, I am really hoping if the ratings drop low enough, the BBC will step in and fire them, and this abominable shit will go away.
Wow, you are hardcore, and I applaud you for that.
I think I heard the shovel.
You're a woman of conviction, and that is, yeah.
I'm a friend of Joe's. What do you expect?
I beg your pardon?
I said I'm a friend of Joe's. What do you expect?
That's right. Right.
What does that mean? You like pizza?
I'm a friend of all of you now.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Everyone is my friend.
Phil's an absolute cutie. And, of course, Joe's an absolute cutie. And you so remind me of a certain comedian that's in LA now. James Corbin.
Just because I'm a fat guy.
No, it's
No, but I've never been in. I've never been in Cats, so that's good.
Jesus. But wait, you got the hands for Cats.
David Blythe says Susan has a Time War box set coming out from Big Finish.
Yeah, I knew this about a year ago.
Yeah.
Not being funny. A few of us knew this about a year ago because someone made a fan art.
I can see the comments now on my PC.
Yeah.
They did
oh my God! Live comments. Oh, I love talking. Oh, hello, David. It's a long time no speak.
David, nice to see you.
They did a short story to link into the Susan Walker. It was called Hands on Deck, and where she left to answer the call to war. So that's where that box set's come from.
Yeah. But also, not being funny, we have a mutual friend who did a fan art design for a War Susan box set a year ago. That said,
God,
would you mind sort of not taking this away from the internet, please? We said, yeah, this stuff is coming, son. So yeah, we knew it was down the pipe. I don't do Big Finish. I
have not.
I did a few years ago. I still gotta get back to it.
Things happen. Yvette, where in the UK are you? Yeah, and I'm not asking you in a crazy stalkery way.
I'm currently in Blackpool.
Oh wow! The place of the former Doctor Who experience and exhibition.
Indeed. I'm originally from Berkshire.
I know.
Originally from Bath?
No, Berkshire.
Berkshire. Oh well,
Berkshire.
That's it. It's all about the RG postcodes, my love. Right. Okay. Come on, Matrix 212. Let's get on with this.
All right. So.
Yes.
So what about so Praxis is just what a filler? They're going around the world.
I tell you what.
They're saying that's another environmental issue story.
But let me ask you a question: is someone from the Jadoon episode going with them, or no?
No.
Who's the woman with the gun? Who's the woman with the gun?
If you recall, during filming, the order was actually originally supposed to be Praxis, then the Jadoon episode, and then whatever episode 7 is. So it's kind of, and yet as David just pointed out there, Chibnall is actually co-writing this one. So I think
it's co-writing Praxis.
Right. The one redeeming light, I would say, is Praxis the one that's written by Peter McTee?
Yeah, and Chris Chibnall.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. Well, then there is a downfall to it. But like I say, Peter McTee is a guy who I've met a couple of times and is a big fan of the classics. Some people like Kabam, some people didn't. Okay, that's fine. Horses for courses and everything like that. But he's a guy who loves the classics.
So is he the guy that brings in the Sea Devils?
Under certain circumstances, he may have been the guy who took over the reins when Cardiff was in chaos. But you never know.
There are murmurings. That's all. There's no proof.
If I wanted a nut showrunner, that'd be the guy.
If they do, all right. If they do bring back the Sea Devils, I hope to God they keep them at least somewhat alien looking and do not make them human.
But you know what? When I look at that,
I want them sexy laptops.
When I looked at the woman, when we saw the woman with the tire on her shoulder, that alien woman,
no, that was last week. That was
what I'm saying is, if they make the Sea Devil looking like how she did, Queen Skiffer did, then that's not a good sort of like costume design for a monster. If you
I don't think they will.
Dreadful on that.
Why couldn't the returning character be Kate Stewart in Unit, being that the Master probably was the one that was altering the books and defunded them?
Brexit, you unholy American.
That would be boring. And also, I think that Unit's downfall, we'll call it, is actually related to the Master's art.
Yeah. Yes.
I think the Master had a play in that.
I believe so too.
Yeah, that's understandable.
They'd say that
about the arcs again. Chibnall and arcs don't expect much.
Right. Well, isn't the Master supposed to be in 2 more episodes, Philip?
The finale.
On the
Yeah,
finale.
probably where the whole.
That's what we're told. That's what we're told.
Sasha said on Twitter he'd actually researched every single Master so he could get the part right.
Sweet.
So he's got to be invested in more than one episode. That would be my guess. There's nothing concrete again, but it is quite easy to assume he is going to be in other episodes, like a major arc story.
So do we do a deflection in the finale where you throw everything in the finale? You have the Master, you have the Cybermen, you have all this stuff going on. They defeat them all, and then out of nowhere, a Dalek's there, like shooting at him. I mean, you think the Dalek's going to show up in the finale?
Where you kill
Dalek's in
Ryan
the
Sinclair.
special again.
I know they're in the special, but will they have like a lead-in to the special? Will they have like?
That could be
Will
a
they
case.
appear
You
at
could
the
get
end
that.
of?
You could get that. That would be a good little hook into the next.
They don't even have time to breathe. They
Yeah.
just
Well,
right into that.
the only way I worked it out, is because obviously we know that Daleks are going to be in the New Year's Day special because of the filming pictures that we've seen, is Vor. And there's a stylistic interpretation of the O in Vor, which if you've seen Pertwee in what is it called?
Frontier in Space.
Frontier in Space, yeah, that's it. That's it. I wonder whether there's been an artistic borrow, which obviously Chris Chibnall does like, of that, to be honest with you. So I wonder whether the Daleks were behind it all along.
So in other words, to get all the companions to leave at the same time where it makes sense, does that mean they?
It doesn't necessarily
Graham?
mean all of them. It doesn't. Graham will die.
Graham will get killed by a Dalek, and then they'll have the funeral, and then Ryan will go this way.
I see Ryan being shot, and then he's distraught, or we'll find out that Graham's cancer's returned, and he sacrifices himself.
So Ryan would definitely leave, but will Yaz leave too?
That's good theory.
I don't see the point of having Yaz around because she's not that effective.
I can't hear that.
Yeah, but
I'm not putting my headphones on. It's bloody early.
That's okay. Repeat what you were saying.
I said that's a good theory. Obviously, we got the whole Yaz thing turning into a Cyberman. Now, whether the Doctor is able to turn her back or not is a question we should all ask.
I think what's going to happen is Graham's going to die, but then something's going to happen where one of Yaz's family members in the Dalek invasion is going to get killed, and she's going to stay behind with her family, and she's going to be a police officer, and she's going to invest time, and that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, I don't think they'll kill them all off. I think that would be a little
right. I think they'll just all leave, and then she'll have either a new companion or.
I think it's the best way to do that. That's the best thing to do. Give something.
Like I said, I think what they should do is have Graham finds out his cancer's returned, and either Yaz is going to get shot or Ryan's going to get shot, and he purposely sacrifices himself to. Well, I see him do it more for Ryan than Yaz. But nonetheless, he sacrifices himself to save him, and so Ryan stays behind. Yaz does tea with whoever she hell wishes to,
and it should end where in the special she's completely alone.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you don't know what series 13 is.
That for me would be the ideal situation. Would be to literally clean house.
Right.
I put my headphones on. Is that better?
You're perfect. Don't worry.
Look, no. It's just fine. I didn't want anyone talking over you, so I just wanted you to have your ability to be able to talk.
I don't know how much they spent on
me.
Hey, look. Do you know what I mean? I'm an equal opportunities idiot.
Well, I put my headphones on now, so I should be nice and clear.
Oh wow, yeah, you are. You're coming through loud and crystalline.
Yeah, these are the ones I use for my lectures. So.
Oh wow! What are you lecturing in? Recent rules?
Quantum physics. Quantum physics.
Oh,
wow!
You're my new best friends. Oh God, quantum physics. The possibilities. Literally.
Absolutely.
The thing is, we've already had the illusion at the start of the season to how traveling with the Doctor changes it, and it's not necessarily a rose garden. I beg your pardon. It really isn't. There's going to be a little rain sometime, and that's what it is. There's going to be the point, I think, where Graham. To be honest with you, too much has been made of Graham's cancer. You say that ain't going to really be a thing, because he's a cancer survivor, which means when he went out on Orphan 55, they said the background radiation isn't really anything to worry about unless you're exposed to it for prolonged.
And that's what's gonna.
Hey, guess what? That cancer comes back in spades.
Can I bring a point up?
Of course, you can do whatever you like.
David Tennant's era again. They had a special guest on. I can't remember her name, but she was given a pill to cure a brain aneurysm.
Oh, hold up. Oh, no. I'm getting that confused with Star Trek 6.
Not David Tennant. Maybe it was Capaldi. Yes, it was Capaldi. It was Rusty Dalek, was it? But one of the women had a brain aneurysm, and the doctor gave her a red pill which cured. Oh, no, I know what one it was. It was one.
Into the Dalek?
No, it was the one filmed at the castle with the.
That ghost or horror like one.
No, the skinny thing, the things that were, you got put in that machine, and then a plastic one of you came out of that bath.
Oh,
you're talking about the
Stratagem and the Poison Sky.
No, she's talking about the Rebel Flesh.
That's it, with Matt Smith.
She's talking about
the gangers.
She's talking about the gang of Teapot. Yeah,
gangers.
Well, the doctor, the woman in that basically was not good and then really good, saved everyone, and the doctor gives her a red pill at the end to cure her aneurysm, which she's going to die from. Now, if he can do that, why can't he give Graham a red pill? Or why can't Jodie do that?
Back into the Matrix.
Because it was written by Stephen Moffat.
Well, I know that. I'm just pointing this out again.
Because Chris Chibnall does not like Stephen Moffat.
Chris
like
Chibnall has no idea what he's doing.
Listen, if the 11th Doctor can buy Amy and Rory a house and a car.
It's like J.J. Abrahams and fucking Ryan Johnson. It's oh God.
I'm just pointing out
me and Yvette are like connecting, this stuff.
Joe, don't get jealous now.
No.
Easy, Tiger.
We had the 11th Doctor bought Amy and Rory a house and a car.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, cheap day.
Doctor has done stuff for his companions before.
Which they checked out from. Oh, that's right. It was because of the Weeping Angel. See how gracious they are.
What's going on with the comments?
They knew that.
So with regards to that, to be honest with you, we are all in agreement that Ryan and Graham, who, to be honest with you, I'm getting a little bit bored of now because the comic relief to prop up the other two is just getting a bit weary.
It's true.
Please, you need to watch my channel.
Rory?
I dubbed it last week Graham Apathy because I'm just like, it's just a case of here we are, I'm a crafty Lincoln man. Look at my Lionbirth walk while I'm shooting my lasers.
Yvette said you got to watch your channel.
Please, where is it? Why is it? Why is it?
I'll send it to him.
Please do.
Thank you.
And that's what it is. It's a case of Graham is basically doing the heavy lifting. Like last week, Goran Visnik and Robert Glenister did the heavy lifting, and it took what was a mediocre episode slightly higher than it deserved to be.
Oh, the supporting actors have been incredible. They outshine the cast every time.
Yeah, that's it. Last week it was a case of what are the companions actually doing.
Well, yeah.
And That's it. And the Graham thing, I'm just finding it a bit sort of like cut to Graham for comic relief because we don't know what to do with the other two.
I mean, in Orphan 55, I swear to God, he was just on stage.
It was just a case of.
We got some comments. Philip, you want to start reading them? They're building up. Yeah, they're building up. So
I'll pick up.
Where would you like me to take it from? Because I have a better reading voice than Philip.
All right, so go, Beef. Just read whatever you see.
Okay, where would you like? Okay, well, I will take you back to the antithesis. David Blythe, The Nightmare Fair. We love a Colin Baker story. Sexy. You know what I mean?
You mean Perry?
Give me Perry any day of the week.
Hey, look, I don't presume to know anyone's gender or bias and anything like that, so that's fine. Chibnall is co-writing that one, so it'll be arc relevant. To be honest with you, Chibnall, I like to think the biggest obstacle for me, but the current status is Chris Chibnall, is his ego more than anything.
Totally.
Perry retorted to that and said, well, Chibnall is setting up the series for a series finale, the 60th, maybe the series finale. It's hard to say because this week is going to be 5. We're going to be the end of January. By the end of the season, it's a 10 thing. So we're going to be early March. They're not going to start working really till late summer, early August. You're not going to see the show back. Apart from a New Year's Day special, you're not going to see it back till spring, early summer 2021.
21.
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
if they do film this year,
they are. They're crewing. They're going to crew up. But it's a case of when the read-throughs are and everything like that. But my feeling is, I don't know how you guys feel about it. Specials. Then an anniversary special episode, not on the scale of the 50th, but just an anniversary story in how you had with Nightmare and Silver, all that. So back in the day, do you know what I mean? When people enjoyed Doctor Who. Chibnall originally wanted the Silurians to look pretty alien back in series 5. It was the budget that prevented that. I thought
the Silurians looked great anyway.
I like the original Silurians.
So do I.
Me too. Give me the original Silurians any day of the week. Even if they had that, because as they introduced them, they had that odd mask. If they kept them looking like that odd mask, that
Perry said, "How many millions of dollars did Chibnall spend for this season 12? And what about $30 million, give or take?" To be honest with you, money is a different type of thing. To be honest with you, the wages and the money for Doctor Who are all paid from BBC Worldwide. The money to make the show comes from the license fee, so that is always a set standard figure.
And they blew the budget on Spyfall.
Yeah, to be honest with you. I put out a crazy discussion point to my friends when we're talking about it, because we always said Orphan 55. Well, it's quite simple. This is a cheap episode. I said, what if it wasn't?
Yeah. I don't think it was a cheap episode.
Wouldn't that be the craziest thing? But there we go. Perry thinks all the companions are going to die this season. Well, I think it's we don't think it'd be a bad thing.
They're not going to be there. I don't think they're all going to die.
No. I don't think they're all die.
To be honest with you, who has the capacity for a development? The only person is Yaz. And we're getting a bit late in the day to do that. Perry says, Yaz and Ryan run off, get married, and they leave.
No.
I mean, they kind of hinted at jealousy with Yaz, with him being with the woman, and
but Ryan was checking out Yaz's sister,
and she didn't like that either, though.
Yeah,
no, she didn't like that either.
Yvette was putting that oi. That means a protective mum thing.
No, good point. I said. Good point.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Like I say, not being funny. I've got two daughters, so I can relate. Mr. Blythe, young Mr. Blythe. I say that because I like to flatter him. To be honest with you, if Jack is back, Barrowman will have been all over television this weekend, just as Dewan was in Thunderbirds and Dracula days after his master reveal. Yeah,
I can still watch the rest of Dracula.
Look, as much as Chris Chibnall has been tied into Torchwood, and he has in season 2,
Right.
John Barrowman just likes to troll the hell out of everyone.
He does like to make an appearance everywhere. He's well known.
That's it. Not being funny. Yeah, I went to a theatre where John Barrowman was doing a show once. I waited out front for about 2 hours. He side stage door, son of a bitch. But
that's what happened to Darvel when I went to see it.
That's a story for another day. And lastly, Perry says, Joe, all that money to spend on fancy motels and fancy food and vacations, the whole time.
Cape Town, all the places they've gone.
It's not like you. It's not like you really paid for it. I paid for it with my license fee. Damn it!
Exactly.
Where's my timeshare, son of a bitch? Where's my suntan? Look at me, I'm pasty as.
Well, next season they go to China for an episode or 2.
Wonderful. Well,
is that absolutely
look, we've done Doctor Who did Yellowface in the 70s, and we had a lot of arguments about this a while ago. I ain't going through this again. Wow, that was awfully quiet, awfully quick.
No, yeah.
No one likes to talk about talons.
I'm waiting for an episode that is not on Earth.
Yeah.
No, you're right. They haven't gone anywhere yet.
And I made my beef about. Pardon the pun here. I made my beef about that many times.
Isn't it this episode though, or in a future episode? In space, there's a thing in the space. They were in space, right?
Yeah, but that's localized space. So that's localized. That's not going anywhere.
I think Chris Eccleston will return for the 60th. Absolutely.
Yeah. This one's in Gloucester, so we're not going anywhere yet.
Yeah. I think Chris Eccleston will be in the 60th. I think that would be the surprise.
You could not pay Christopher Eccleston enough money to go back.
You really don't think
I don't know. Have you read his book?
What is he doing? What
yes,
you really think?
I've got it signed in the cupboard.
Ah. Well, he has a good moan in it. And but he has made strides to
he's made peace with his past. I think that's the best way to describe it.
He said he had an eating disorder during his time.
And he's not shy of taking a few quid down at a convention.
Not.
But I to be honest with you, I don't think he wants to revisit. I don't think he wants necessarily that grief. He's the type of guy who doesn't like to retread over old ground.
Right.
I think creatively.
I kind of think that the year that we have the 60th is not even going to be a season. It's just going to be the 60th.
Yeah.
If I'm honest, I think it will be special. I think it will be specials leading up to a anniversary episode.
I don't think you're going to get a one big massive episode to celebrate it. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm not quite sure.
Not on the same scale of.
So, you think there's going to be specials for the 60th?
Yeah.
No.
There's going to be specials leading up to the 60th. You watch.
No, you're misinterpreting me. What I'm saying is, you've had a 10 episode season. This is a 10 episode season. Yeah. This will finish.
You got a special.
We'll go into development of whatever is going to be 13, whatever it is. Yeah, however you want to look at it. Yeah.
Right.
But there'll be specials. My feeling would be specials akin to what the Tennant things were. So like Waters.
But with the new Doctor?
No, with Jodie.
So she'll stay beyond the 13th series.
She'll do whatever is coming. Whatever is
13, 10 episodes.
Where are we now? What are we on? 12? What are we on 12?
Yeah. You got the special at the. You got the special after that.
Okay. You're haranguing me on the use of the word special. Yeah, needs. You have a New Year's Day episode. Beyond that would be something akin to Tennant's last year.
Also, Series 13 will not be a whole series.
It's not going to be a simple episode structure. They'll do it as in a 75-minute episode.
You mean
and it'll be
5 specials?
Yeah,
Well, hang on,
Like
you're saying-
David Tennant did.
That's my personal idea.
so you're saying it's going to be staggered over that?
Yeah, I'm seeing that as well. They're getting it all set up for the 60th, and then bam, you'll have the 60th.
I don't think so.
You can space them out. It'll be event TV. It will look great in ratings. So you can space it out as far as you like. Because what's
Each month,
where are we at?
every month, or every other
That will
month.
mean the first one you do in 2021. Yeah. So we have the New Year's Day 2021. Yeah.
That's the Dalek one.
Yeah. Then we'll have one at Easter. Yeah. And then we'll have one November time. Yeah. 2. Yeah. Then we'll get into 2022. Yeah. We'll have something similar again. New Year's, something like that. Then you space it out as far as you need to do to get to November. Yeah. 2023.
My only problem with that theory,
Yeah,
I mean, I get the whole copying of the David Tennant thing, and I wouldn't surprise me if Tibbs copies that because he has got a single idea of his own. Is they were all standalone episodes, which Tibbs loves. However, he has been told he's got to have story arcs now, if he knows what a story arc is, to be honest. But it's a good theory. I don't know if we're going to go down that road again because it wasn't popular, David, doing that.
This is why I just think that the Gallifrey thing is going to roll over. And you're being funny. It's sort of like, what better way can you think to take out your current Doctor but the restoration of Gallifrey as a Christ-like thing?
See, I don't think that's going to happen with Series 13 because if she's going to have all new companions, now you're going to have to explain to the new companions about Gallifrey, about the Master, about all this stuff again.
No, because you do it like the Tennant ones without companions.
But you still have to resolve the Timeless Child in Series 13.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a full series. It's going to be 10 episodes. Series 13 is going to be a 10 episode. They're going to reveal the Timeless Child. It's going to be, oh my God, it's going to be 10 episodes. It's
going to be Gary Coleman.
I just feel Series 13 will be 10 episodes plus a special. And I have a feeling Jodie will stay beyond that.
No. I actually
I think she'll be in the 60th.
Your final one.
My question,
I think she'll be in the 60th.
My question I've been saying all along.
They'll take her out.
Just because she says she's in Series 13 does not mean she's going to be in all of Series 13.
Yeah, well, they've never done that yet.
They're going to throw a regeneration, which has never been done, in the middle.
Valid.
Mid-season regeneration. Like that.
I thought you were going to say Colin Baker for a second.
I thought they were going to do that with Capaldi when he did that one where when we saw that fake regeneration stuff he was doing.
You were excited about that one, weren't you, Sunshine? Yeah, reap the whirlwind now.
So, no, I think Series 13 will be
RJH Productions. RJH Productions is saying on the live comment saying, "Don't bring Gallifrey back." I'm sorry, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
That's probably going to be the story.
And there's a reason. There's a reason for this. There's a reason for this. Is that basically when every showrunner goes out, there has to be a big red reset button that puts it back to 0 for the guy that takes over.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it is. So Gallifrey has to exist in some way, shape, or form. Ironically, though, what is being plotted out to be the exit strategy is the 50th anniversary story anyway, so you're repeating the same fucking history.
That's my guess for the 60th is going to be about Gallifrey.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's it. You're doing the same thing 10 years later.
But then you're just doing another Day of the Doctor thing with Gallifrey again.
But isn't this whole season, it's like they're taking stuff from Tennant anyway? Everything is like not, it's all, you could point out everything in every episode. So
yes, it's like Queen's Greatest Hits and Good Omens.
He's not even trying.
Every tape in your car becomes Queen's Greatest Hits after a certain amount of time.
Yes.
Everyone's asking where my channel is.
Okay, hold on.
Right, tell me now, because I have a internet communication. I've got here we go. I have a device.
Oh, what the?
Other people make devices.
What happened there?
He's gone off to put my channel on.
Okay,
Oh.
I just realized I'm the one in the front. It's like shit.
Well, you could have just told us.
You know what? You got it. Somebody's got to do it because I just zapped myself.
I can't put comments in. Can someone put a comment in? It's not my Doctor
Can you
Who.
send me the link in the messenger?
Just tell me.
Yeah, I haven't got my phone on me. I never bring it down in the morning.
Well, what's it called?
Not my Doctor Who.
I get it.
Wow, that's that could be a hashtag.
Yeah, absolutely. We actually have a hashtag.
I've heard.
Have you?
I get it.
I heard.
Even Jody heard about it. She mentioned it.
Hang on a second. Oh, not my Doctor Who.
Okay, I got it right
We've
here.
only done 2 streams, guys. We're brand new at this.
Oh wow!
Oh, I remember now. I remember now. It come to me from the other day.
Oh, Phil, please watch it.
I will do, my darling. I will.
Joe's watched it. He's my
Okay,
hero.
there we go.
Oh, thank you.
I'll let.
At least I'm somebody's hero now.
Yeah.
I'll let the smiley fella send it to me, because there's a lot of, not being funny, there's a lot of videos that have that.
Yeah.
terminology
Not my Doctor Who.
explained within.
And I'll even put it on my
I can put it up on
Facebook.
YouTube. Hang on, let me pull it up on YouTube, and I can read out exactly what one of them's called, so you can actually type that in, and then you can go straight.
So, I tell you what, give me the wider scope of your live. You said you've done 2 live streams. Is it you? Is it you and some friends?
It's myself and a really nice guy called Neil. We're the 2 co-hosts. Neil's the brains behind all this. He's the tech expert. I'm his sidekick and his mad scientist.
Hey, look, anyone who works on quantum theory and everything like that, I love it.
Right. I can't find your channel. Oh, hang on.
Okay.
I'll send it here. I'll send it to you on YouTube.
I got it. It's right in the chat. It's right in the chat, right there.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
It's the link to the last video, guys. It's the link to the last video.
Not being funny, I just love the fact that someone who is what are you? Some sort of quantum theory doctor?
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
And I
Actually,
posted on my Facebook page.
Get it right.
So,
It's on your Facebook, yeah?
yeah, I posted on my Facebook.
in the chat.
You're a
Facebook as well.
quantum physicist.
Quantum physicist.
Quantum physicist, yeah.
Yeah.
Does that cover why always 2 buses come along at once?
Well, I could write a theory for you.
And there you go. It's mathematics, I suppose.
There you go. Yeah, I got the link in there, guys, so you can check it out.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that.
You can't see it?
What, someone who
Hang on,
likes
did you
maths
put
as much as I do.
I
That's
see it.
Did you put it?
Much
Oh, there we
appreciated.
go. There we go. Thank you, Joe. Got it.
Oh, he's so good to me.
Ah. All right, so Scott, I give it to you too.
Yeah, I've got it.
He found
Okay.
it himself.
Scott's had everything.
Well done, Scott.
The only thing
I made certain I made a cut. I looked her up. I looked her up on YouTube and then made a copy.
We're gonna have a crossover, right? With Sky Havoc
I
and
think that's a brilliant idea.
she has incarnations also.
Well, only on the 2nd episode, and
That's
I
right.
was out of my comfort zone. But you know what?
You caught me by
inspired me.
surprise with that. I did not know you were doing that. I was watching that. I'm like, wow, that was really good.
It sounds very quantum.
That's right.
So what I need to do is
Divergent. What can I say?
Well, our channel's more. We've flipped it on its head, and there's no moaning. We're actually having a laugh and taking the mick.
Right.
But I'm picking holes in everything, especially Tesla one, which I could.
Will we see more characters appear, or is it exhausting?
I was a bit knackered doing 2 changes on a live stream.
Oh, Philip.
Whoa! What sort of
Sorry.
application was that?
No, I was just trying to subscribe to it, and it was playing while I was trying to do it. Okay.
Oh, thanks, Phil.
You're more than welcome.
Yeah, we're only doing it Friday nights at 8 p.m. GMT. So
right.
whatever that is anywhere else in the world.
And Neil's also appeared on here too. So.
Yeah, Neil would be here, but he's still asleep.
Yes.
Sleep is for the weak.
Right. Let me just send that to the Creeling.
Ah.
Yeah, so,
Well,
thanks.
guys, DM me. It's under my name, Yvette DeVoyle. DM me and let me know what you think. I'd appreciate lots of input. So, because we're
Absolutely.
brand new. Oh, Joe, you've already said. So, I appreciate everything. But, you know, your fellow Whovians, I would love their opinion. You know, and if there's anything you think would add to it, please. I am very open and direct. So do not think you ever offend me.
A lady who knows her own feelings, who knows her own minds, you know, can beat down the average chap on a mathematical basis. I love the shit out of that. Hey, look! I'm a maths nerd, so look, I don't care. Do you know what I mean?
All right. I know it's late, guys, so we're gonna get out of here.
Okay,
I gotta work in the morning
I
too.
can
So
go make breakfast then.
yes.
Breakfast.
Thank you, Yvette.
All right, guys. Lovely to see you all again.
Lovely to speak to you. Behave yourself. Take care of each other. Use your pets and all that.
Thank you, Yvette. Thank you, Beef, Philip, Connor, Scott. All right, guys, we're out of here. Watch Doctor Who tomorrow. Take care. Bye for now.
That's going to be exciting. Don't miss it.